Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome to another video where I am sick. Anyway, we are in the Pinkston, or at the Pinkston Aerodrome in New Zealand, taking not the Kodiak 100, but the TB-30 on a very short hop across the New Zealand countryside. Gonna take a look at some of the new nice scenery in the newest update to New Zealand. And then maybe we'll hop in the Icon A5 as well and do some waterborne flying. But nonetheless, let's get the TB-30 started up first and foremost and get underway. Okay, and on board the TB-30, let's go ahead and first and foremost get our cockpits shut. And I think we'll ditch the EFB from there. The rest we will do by hand. Is our rear cockpit closed? Good, that's the only one I really care about. We'll close our own manually. Let's get electric power on, and I want my beacon, I want my strobe and nav lights. I can't read that because it's sunny. Are you nav lights? You are nav lights. Good. Mags can come on. We'll throw the prop and the mixture to full. Bumped the mic there, sorry about that. And then I need my fuel pump. Tank selector to both. Mags are set, fuel is set. And we should be clear to start. Let's get a good old clear prop. You know what? Let's open up FSR too. So why not? There we go. Let's get a clear prop. There we go. Fuel pump can come off. We're still discharging. We are. One of these is my generator switch. That's artificial horizon. What are you? I think we're good. I can't tell. It's so dark. Or so bright. I'll move the aircraft here in just a second. Should be all we need. It's a nice daytime VFR flight, so nothing too crazy to worry about. Get FMS set to a GPS hold if I can. I don't remember how to do that. Get altimeter set. Just one down. Not going to worry about radios or any of that stuff today. And transponder can come on. Let's go ahead and taxi out here to the active. A lot of power to get moving in the TB-30. Not sure why. Oh, park brake was off, and we turned it back on. That's okay. Get my nose wheel steering input centered here. Last game I was playing off-channel was DCS, so... We're actually straight away on the threshold now for runway 19er. You may have seen that on our intro. So that's our takeoff surface there. Before we do that, let's go ahead and run it up. A very, very, very gentle wind out to off to the left. We'll shut off our taxi light for now. Let's do a quick run up. Actually, we'll close the canopy first to isolate ourselves from all that noise and buffeting wind nonsense. We should extinguish. Is that just a lock? I don't know what that does. No, there's the lock. Doesn't matter. Run up, please. Bringing it back down just a little bit. There we go. Nice and stabilized at 1800. We'll go with mags. Slight drop. Let's stabilize back to both. And we've got our rise. And down 2. And back to both. Good rise. Alright, park brake off, landing light on. Let's go flying here. No mucking about this time. We'll just get straight into our takeoff in the TB-30. I'm not going to bother worrying about the autopilot situation. It's a relatively short flight, so we'll just hand flyer the whole way. Quick stab of the brakes. Gear coming up. Coming out left. Make sure we stay clear of these really nice, luscious mountains. We do have Bijan Seasons running in the background, so we should get a little bit of added tree texture as well. Clear the field. Let's shut off that landing light. And we'll take a look outside. TB-30 is definitely becoming one of my favorite aircraft for BFR flying on clear days like this. Oh, we're headed towards the coast. Why is my airplane pointed that way then? Let's turn around. Yeah, the tail of the aircraft is actually the nose, and vice versa. It's okay. Got plenty of maneuvering room, and that'll give us more than enough time to climb over these mountaintops here. Maybe a little bit of time for aerobatics in between. Do a single 4-point roll. Maybe a little bit of negative G pull. Let's see what our airspeed's at. 140. We'll get up to 150 and then try that 4-pointer. Not super handy on the rudder, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, a little bit of nose up to 10 degrees, and here we go to the right. There's 1. There's 2, negative stick, 3, right rudder, and 4, a little bit of nosedive, and we'll gradually pull out of it. Pulling through 20 degrees, and inverted, and push on the negative G's, push on the negative G's, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, look at the New Zealand scenery down below, and roll wings level. Oh, TB-30, you're getting away from me. It's not too long of a flight today, about 20-ish minutes, give or take, depending on how much aerobatics we do on the way there. But you can see the very nice Pacific Ocean in the distance. I think it's still technically the Pacific. It's the same ocean, body of water, I should say, that we'd have on the west coast of the U.S., and that's what I base all of my geography off of, because I'm American and I'm stupid. So, we're going to call that the Pacific Ocean. Getting a little bit off track of our GPS heading, that's alright, and let's just do some mountain carving. Boy, look at those trees. I know the Bijan scenery definitely helps, but this is definitely an improvement. I've done flying in New Zealand prior to the New Zealand update, and this is definitely a step better. That's one of the things I actually really like about flying in New Zealand. There's not a whole lot of big cities. You've got, what, Queenstown and Christchurch. Those are probably the 2 larger ones, at least that come to mind for me. And a lot of it is just natural stuff. I mean, this is a really nice, beautiful country. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world, according to a lot of folks. I've never been, but based off of what I'm seeing here virtually, I definitely would believe it. So we're going to keep cruising in the TB-30 until we get to our destination airport, and I'll let you guys soak in some of the beautiful B-roll that I'm now going to record. We are coming into our destination airport very shortly here. A little bit more of the nice Baijan scenery down below. Get a quick look at that. Very nice tree add-ons. You will notice a little bit of visual degradation on cities in that I made the executive decision to sacrifice some beauty for some frames, so the video itself should be buttery smooth, but we are sacrificing a little bit in visual clarity. It's nothing terrible, you know, at this zoom view you're fine, but once you start zooming in on the cockpit view, it does track out a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 passes over the field here, and then we'll come in for a full stop. Let's get set up. Coming out right. Alright, and let's start the show. Smoke on. Really nice healthy dive coming in. Steer clear of that caution range, our VNE. Watching the physical airspeed indicator. Nice deep nose down attitude. You can see our origin start from the dive there, right at 250. Let's bring the prop back in. And manifold pressure. And hard crank out to the right. Lots of G's, piling on the G's, piling on the G's. Looks like 4 times the force of gravity right now experienced. Just under. Bring it back up, 3.5. Eat your heart out, F-16. That's a minimum radius turn if I've ever seen it. Maintained about 140-ish knots. And we'll come back in. Down runway 2 for a second pass. We're going to get real creative this time around. Let's get a 4-pointer. There's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And we'll finish it out with a negative G push to the sky. Hits S2, get your heart out. That's a negative G push if I've ever seen it. Alright, 2 passes complete. I did get a visual of the windsock. We are going to land opposing runway 2. Let's get our first notch of flaps in. Landing lights on and gear down. Relatively gentle sea breeze going on right now, which we expect. We're on that second notch of flaps. See our smoke trail clearing up there. Not the prettiest paths, but I'm sure the folks on the ground enjoyed it. Runway 20. Back on the power, flutter in, rated VSO. A little rough of a touch, but nothing we can't walk away from for sure. FS-LTL running in the background. We can see some Air New Zealand aircraft. Looks like a Dash 8, an ATR. What else do we have on the ground? Anything interesting? Another Dash 8. It's nothing terribly interesting. And we'll get turned in and we'll park here. Looks like, is that a Q400-8 over there? I can't tell from the back. Might be just the same Dash 8s that we saw. Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me. You know what? I think these hangars straight ahead look good. They look like a good, they look like a good parking solution. Let's set our transponder to the on condition. We'll go stand by once we're ready to shut down behind the Dash 8. Let's see, our taxi lines get a little confusing here. You got the one on the right with a big old shimmy. These two here, so I think we'll take this guy. Really clear on parking instructions beyond that. Alright, big crank out to the left here, stab of the brakes, a little bit of power. Watching that wingtip. Clear. Flaps up. Alright, and park brake on, taxi light off. Strobes can come off too. Sorry, bumped the mic. Let's turn off our avionics and our... Oops, actually, let's not do that. Let's turn our transponder to standby and then off, and then we'll turn off our avionics. P2P can come off. Nav lights can stay on for the time being. Let's unlock and open our canopy. Ah, that noise. Is there a cage option for you? Doesn't appear to be. That's fine. We'll leave it as is. It'll reorient itself once we're powered back up on this aircraft again. Alright, let's shut down. Let's go prop to feather, fuel to cutoff. Here's a good shutdown. Go off. Shut that guy. Master off. And that is the TB-30. I'll go take a little bit of a scenic flight. I think in the Icon A5. That's a airplane I've been loosely watching. One I'll never probably get done. In fact, I'll tell you guys a little story about when one of my old bosses almost bought an Icon and then they ambushed him with extreme prices. Anyway, we'll be back with that in a minute.